In our human mind, ego, informative knowledge world, it is a mistake to try and prevent mental illness or absolutely fix it. It can only be fixed if you go beyond this human mind. And that's not going to happen for the majority of human beings. They're going to remain that component, that singular entity, that I that was born and that I that lived with a story about a me identity and that will die. And there is no, or never has been any human being that has not tasted mental illness. If you say you have not tasted mental illness, you're mentally ill. Everything is an illness based on a belief, a systematic, a structure, information, and thinking there is something better than what is here now. There is something on the other side better than what is here now. There is something on the other side that is worse than what is here now. That there is another side. Truth has no sides. The circle has no sides. What we can do to prevent serious mental illness is to refrain from attachment and too much association. How can you do that, you see? How can you be detached from the relationship with your partner, from your home, from your body, from the world, from the need to do good, the need to be kind and compassionate? Well, these are not attachments. These are instinctive, natural procedures that each one of us will go through with no effort. No effort to be connected to that states of what we think we're attached to. We're not attached to the relationship of you and your partner or you and your home. We're attached to the thought that one day we may lose it. And the fact is, it's 100% guaranteed you're going to lose it. Everybody that speaks about NDEs, near-death experiences, tells you there's no association or recognition of that body that I'm looking down on as me. There's no association or recognition of what is going on until I come back into the body, until I come back to that brain, that storage compartment, that memory system. Everything is gone. We arrive here with nothing, not even a body. We arrive here as a thought from our parents, and from their parents and their parents and their parents and their parents and their parents. Same thought going through life. How can the mind not be overly attached? Well, that's what the speaker said. It's not about breaking the detachment about what is taking place with no effort. You're not attached to loving your children. There's no controller of attachment or love within the relationship that appears to be happening with you and your child. It is very pure and instinctive, spontaneous love. It is natural. But the fear of losing has become some sort of major concern. To fear to lose a loved one is an absolute concern. To lose your car, your home, your clothes, your mind is really no concern. But so many have taken this idea, this thought, this concept that to be much more loving, to be much more happy, to be much more complete, I have to attain more and more and more and more things around me, thoughts around me, fantasies around me, imaginations around me, beliefs around me, hopes around me. And then I will be really loved. Then I will be really loved by God. But I don't know what this God is, but I hope this God loves me because I'm trying my hardest to be a more loving, more open, more beautiful, diverse person. You're already that. You don't have to move a muscle. You don't have to take a thought into your mind to experience that pure love. It doesn't have to be connected to an individual component. The minute you remove the name, cloud, tree, mountain, sky, hill, color, shape, form, the love becomes more immense. We break down love, you see. That's what the ego does. That's what the person does. We break down love to look for special qualities of love within that, and this, and you, and him, and her, and that type of bird, not that type of tree, not that type of food, not that type. And this is mental illness. Mental illness is to give something a name and identity and believe that that name and identity belongs to that thing. And that thing is the only thing that you're interested in that moment. And that thing will take your attention, stop you expanding until it's finished with you. You think you own the car owns you. You think you're attached to the car becomes attached to you. The car is a name. It could be a model, a color, a particular shape, a particular speed, size, engine. Like a person. That's my perfect model. I won't marry anyone but anyone that looks like that. They have to be this way. There has to be some sort of these types of behavior. They have to be suitable. They're forming an attachment or relationship when it's already going to take place. Everything has been selected for you. Everything has been chosen for you. Everything is in the right place. When mental illness dissolves, not completely. This one is mentally ill. This one has still some sort of streamlined vasanas that try and entice it away into that ego world again. Even though it's not enticed, the vasanas are still accepted, seen, and allowed to pass. Mental illness is just a creation of an idea of a world that you want to be part of when you're already part of this. Can you imagine a worm squiggling around in the ground, and it has a mind, and it has eyes, and it is able to speak to its fellow worm, and it says, look at that, humans, they're so lucky. Look at the size of them. Look at what they're capable of. Look at how their body maneuvers. And yet they still walk around with sad, sullen faces. And the other one says, because that's because they're mentally ill. And the other one says, why? Well, they've created choices. They've broken the world up. They have too many choices. And there's only one choice for the worm, to burrow and eat. And even that is too many choices for the worm, says the worm to the worm. If only the earth would open up for us and allow us to slide down, and we sit back and just enjoy the ride. And the other worm says, that's what happens. That you think you're a worm. You're part of life. Life is opening up within itself. And that's what's taking place. We have moments where we are not experiencing mental illness and deep sleep. And moments of wakefulness when everything just goes quiet and silent and there's not even a you. This we call an awakening. Consciousness is always looking for every single thing to awaken. And it tries its hardest to stop you going back to sleep. But the mental illness pops up and says, hell, stop this. Come on. We have jobs to do. We have things to see. Places to go. Which place? Oh, I found a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cottage up in the hills that we should take a break. That's the best place to go in this world. And when mental illness goes, you say, no, the best place in this world is this world. Is being in this world. I'm not interested in particular names, locations, and methods and practices and how to get there and what to do and how to do it. It's going to happen. The world is opening up for me. The world is always opening up for me. Consciousness is always opening up. Every moment it's opening up. Creates a beautiful big abyss, a beautiful void. And you go, wow, I want to get some of that. Then you hide behind the corners. Maybe not today. I don't know what's down there. I need information. The ego is always ducking and diving inside and outside of corners. You're the whole. You know that? You understand that? You're the whole. The mind will say you're the whole. You're nothing. You're just a space. And that's true. But you are the whole. You are the ego ducking in and out. You are the corners. You are the movement. You are the thoughts, the stability. You are the information. You are everything. When you're not broken up into components. Everything includes nothing. Nothing and something are the same. Cannot be a nothing and a something, that's two components. There cannot be a me and a you, that's two components. There cannot be you and the world, that's two components. There's always only that what it is. That what it is, if you take the letters of that word, only that what it is. You use the letter I. I am in this world. Yes, and I is in the words. Only that what ITIS. So are you separate from that what it is? Everything is one. One. God is one. Everything that comes from God becomes another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. We are separate, but we're not separate. We're separate when we are mentally ill, and we're non-separate when mental illness goes. But it was not even possible for Christ to not be mentally ill. Moments of madness, moments of speaking to the crowds as if he was separate from the crowds. And then moments of peace and silence and tranquility when Christ was not the Son of God, but was the God. Because the Son and the Father were one. Is there a son? Is there a father and a mother really for you? They're all each one. Rubbish, yeah. Mentally ill. An old fool. They're just lucky to be alive, that's all. Whatever you want to make about this life, you're just lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to be alive. There are days when I feel I'm not so lucky to be alive. But they pass. Consciousness will continue its journey through itself. We believe it's expanding, but in truth, it cannot expand any more than what it is. It is beyond all galaxies and cosmos, and everything that we give names to is contained within it. We think we can get to the end of it. We can find it and its completeness. We can find the boundaries of it. But it's boundless love. Can you scoop the whole oxygen in the whole of the universe, or the whole of this earth, and say, I have all the oxygen here, and everyone else around is going, dying? No. Because it's infinite. It's boundless. And that's what love is. That's what God is. Enough. Namaste.